11 times return on investment from a Facebook ads ecosystem versus a funnel? How? That's what we're going to talk about today in this video. So my name is Jason Nyback, and what I want to do is I want to explain to you why ecosystems are beating funnels, how to do it, why, all that kind of stuff. So stay till the end because we got a lot to cover in here. So here's the problem that coaches are having as this video has been recorded, obviously in June of 2025. Funnels are dying, okay? Marketing funnels are getting worse and worse results every single day, and they have been for now about a year, maybe a little longer, depending on your market. Now, why? Let's first of all talk about why they're dying and go from there. Well, first thing is, what is a funnel? A funnel is a process, if you're obviously probably familiar, but it's taking somebody from an ad or a social media post or something like that, your LinkedIn page or wherever, and taking them to a registration page, get name, email, redirecting them to a video, book a call, so on and so forth. They book a call, talk to you, or taking them some sort of lead magnet like ebook, a PDF download, a Google Doc download, or something like that, and then book a call, or taking them from a social media post to your website, which has your Calendly or calendar thing on it, book a call, and so on and so forth. Now, why are funnels not working? Why are these things that people have created not working? A number of reasons, but I'm going to talk about the two biggest ones right now, and then explain to you how to fix it with an ecosystem, and explain how we have clients getting really good ROIs on that, and how it's working for us. Okay, so here's what you need to realize. There is no trust in your marketplace. It's not that your clients or potential clients don't trust you. There is a massive amount of indecision and mistrust in their brains because they're getting all kinds of conflicting information. Let's say you're a life coach and you help people manifest their dreams and goals and all that kind of good stuff. Well, they're getting all kinds of misinformation from everywhere, and it's just filling their brains, filling their heads full of stuff. So they're stuck in analysis, by paralysis by analysis, or whatever it's called, and they're very indecisive, and they don't know what to do. And because they don't know what to do, they don't know who to trust. And so when you take them from an ad or a social media post into this little funnel thing, give name and email, which, by the way, most of them put fake ones in, book a call, you're going to get probably a 50% show up rate, if best. Nobody's going to want to talk to you. They know that you're selling them something. There's going to be a lot of sales resistance. Nobody's going to buy, and they're going to tell you they're broke, right? Because that's the easiest thing to do. Oh, yeah, it's the economy, it's summer, it's this, it's that, it's Christmas, it's fall, right? Whatever it is. And then coaches are like, my market's broke. Okay, so that's the problem, all right? The other problem is funnels. When people sign up for a funnel, they immediately know they're getting sold something. When they sign up for your free ebook that gives them the 3 secrets to manifesting their dreams or whatever, they know they're being sold something. It's almost to the point now where it's like if you go to one of those resorts at wherever you go, and it's sort of like a timeshare thing, and they want to offer you a free breakfast, like, hey, we got a free breakfast, so we got childcare, we got everything taken care of for you. Just show up, and it's this huge buffet, and that's all you got to do, just register. And you fully know it's like you're signing up for a timeshare pitch. You've been to those, maybe I have, and it's like seeing those, and you're like, I think I'll just eat my oatmeal in my room, thank you. Oh no, you got to come, and then they bonus you for coming. They're like, if you come we're going to give you a free $300 gift card to Disney World or whatever, right? And so you're getting sold. They're going to sell you timeshares. They're going to do that. Well, guess what? Your ideal prospect, your coaching prospect knows they're getting sold. They're getting pitched something. It's a coaching program. It's something, okay? And so they're resisting it. So oftentimes what's happening is because you have this funnel and you got the qualified people hitting it, they're like leaving because they're like, I'm not interested in that. And so you're getting the opportunity seekers signing up for your free stuff because they're desperate and they're like, oh my gosh, finally, so maybe I'll just eke out this coach's free stuff and then eventually I'll be able to afford them. Oh my gosh, they got a free call. Well, of course, I'd love their free time. I'm not qualified for their coaching, but someday I might be, so I'll just find out the price now and then I'll put it on my vision board to work with Coach Sally for $8K when I have the money. They're never going to have the money, okay? And so then they sign up for your program, and so you're getting all these people who are in hopeless situations, have no money, don't know anything about what to do, but they want to work with you. They love your stuff. They've gone through everything you've given them, but they have no money, okay? So that's kind of what's happening. In the meantime, the smart, sophisticated people in your market who do have the money are seeing your funnel, and they're like, Yeah, I'm not interested. I know what's going on. They're going to give me some piece of garbage ebook, and then they're going to try and upsell me on a call. So that's what's happening in the marketplace right now. And so that's why a lot of coaches' stuff is actually repelling the qualified people, and they're not even signing up for it. It's not that your funnel is getting broke people. It's because that's all who is signing up, if that means sense. It's not that the ads aren't bringing the qualified people. The qualified people are hitting your sites and your pages, and they're leaving because they know it's like, you know what I mean? They know the timeshare pitch is coming. So what do we do to fix this? Because it's getting worse by the day. Everybody's signing up for ClickFunnels and Kajabi and Go High Level or some sort of reseller white label version of it. And all those programs are good. I've owned them all. I have some of them, so on and so forth. But a funnel is not going to fix this problem. So we need to use an ecosystem. Okay, so the first thing you need to understand about the ecosystem, I'm going to put it all together for you, is that it creates a massive amount of trust, because trust is the number one thing you need to create that makes you different. The second thing you need to do, and the reason why we build an ecosystem, I'm going to explain all the details in a second here, is what it does is an ecosystem does the three things that need to happen in a person's brain for them to hand you money. If these three things are not going to happen or in your funnel, which they won't, they have to happen. The first thing is you have to be seen as the only option. The second thing is you have to be seen as the best option. And number three, you have to be seen as the last option. And the last option is most important, right? Because if they think that they can go, oh, 8K or whatever it is you're coaching, it really doesn't matter the price. But if they're like, oh, well, yeah, I'm going to go to ChatGPT, or I found a cheap book, or there's a cheap coach, or I can get this for free, or a $50 an hour coach, or insurance, or whatever, they're going to take it. So the people you work with have to have already tried all those things, know that's not the right fit, and know you're the last option, not in a desperate way. It's like, oh my gosh, if you don't fix this, I'm gonna whatever, right? It's like, I've tried all these things. I know they don't work. I know you're the best. Let's do this. That's the psychology that you're trying to attract. Somebody who's tried everything and they know you're the best option and the last option, but not out of a desperation of like, here's my last $5. I'm going to give you this versus feed my family today. Those are not the people you want to reach. Now, how do we do this and why is this different? Okay. How we set this up functionally is, the first thing is you need to have a proper ad strategy to make this work. That's the first thing we need to do. I'm not going to really talk about that in this video. We have it in other videos in our Skool community. We've got all kinds of stuff on that. What I want to do is talk about the fundamentals, okay? So the first thing, there's three little steps that we have to do in order to make this happen. The first thing we have to do, and now here's the problem, okay? I'm just going to highlight the problem with what I'm about to say. It's actually very individualized based on your situation. And this is the problem coaches are having, is they're looking for a templated linear funnel when those days are gone, okay? And now it's about creating an ecosystem based on you and your strengths, okay? Not just like pounding in some linear funnel that everybody's promoting to you, okay? So how it works is, ideally, the first thing we're gonna do is get them into something like an automated webinar that gets them into it, gets a super high show up rate. Mine get me 72% show up rates, cold traffic. And then we have 45 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever to build that only option, best option, and last option strategy. Boom, get the qualified people to book a call. Sometimes you can get 10, 15% of people booking a call. I have a client right now, she's a health coach, she's getting a third of everybody who watches it booking a call, okay? And she's doing a really good ROI. But that's just the first step, right? Because we got to get them indoctrinated into you. The second thing we've got to do is, now what we do is we hook in the second part of the trust building ecosystem. Now that's going to depend on you, okay? So some clients, what we do is we take those people who registered and we hook them into their Instagram following, or hook them into their LinkedIn connections, or we hook them into whatever social media thing they have, and that's where now the trust's getting built. You might not have any of that. That's no problem. The other thing we can do is hook them into a Skool community where trust gets built, and they book a call from there, and they book a call from there. The next thing we do is we hook them into a special email system where it's specifically designed to take down the trust barriers, build that relationship. And I can tell you right now, of more clients getting good leads for coaching from their follow-up system than they do off the initial part. And this is the problem, again, that coaches are having. I want you not to forget this. Most coaches have a one-day sales cycle, okay? Basically, somebody registers, they look, and they buy, and they're gone. If they don't buy, too bad. That's not working, okay? We need a bigger thing that in a lot of cases that people will be reaching out months later, weeks later, so on and so forth, and initially. So you get it initially and you get it all the way through. And then the other part of it is we hook in a special, we call mini celebrity ad system. So anybody who connects in your ecosystem is getting triggered. So they're seeing these little ads only to those people every day. And they're breaking down the trust barrier and creating this mini celebrity status for you. The good news is like 98% of this is automated. And if you hook it up, and again, the problem that we're having is that it's not a problem, it's a benefit, but coaches don't know what to do because it's a organic system that is built around you and your strengths, okay? And so the biggest problem I see with coaches right now is they don't know what to do, so they're using somebody else's system, which is usually this linear funnel. So here's what I want to do. What I want to do is I want to give you a free call to talk about how to actually implement a proper ads ecosystem into your coaching business because it's super customized. We're going to spend 15, 20 minutes on the phone with you. It's totally free. There's nothing for sale. It's for our Skool community members, so you don't have to worry. Don't bring a credit card. There's nothing for sale. And again, like I said, it's only for our Skool community members. You can hit the link below, book that call. And what we're going to do is we're going to map out what a proper ecosystem would look like for you. Because to just sit around and go, well, I could run this and do that. The problem is if you've never succeeded with the proper ecosystem, a proper online trust building system, and you just are running ads and you're hoping, well, guess what? You're just doing it the old way. And the other problem is that just having some sort of funnel is not working, okay? If it was working, I mean, you might be making money, maybe got you $10,000, $15,000 a month or whatever. It's not going to get you to the next level. We need to hook in a proper ecosystem so that everything works off each other and then pushes out super qualified people who are like, oh my gosh, where have you been? How do I work with you? Have the money, pay in full, let you raise your prices, simplify everything, show up on the calls, and make it so that you're not hustling, chasing down people. Hey, would you like to talk to me about this? Or, breaking up your pricing over 12 months for like an 8-week process or something like that. That's what we need to do. So hit that link down below. It's in the description or the pinned comment section. Book your 15-minute call, your ecosystem Skool call, and we're going to map it out for you and show you what it could look like for you based on you, your successes, what you do. And if you don't have anything, well, we're going to map it out and show you what it would look like that would be best so that you don't have to just run these dumb strategies that haven't worked, that sound too good to be true, that are outdated and are not going to work. Because remember, the recording of this video is June 26, 2025. You want something that's going to work ahead of the problems that are coming, not to just chase them, okay? And what's happening is trust is getting lower and lower because there's so many coaches coming online and there's so much information being produced by ChatGPT, so many all kinds of fake stuff and low quality stuff. We got to get ahead of that because the psychology of your ideal client who has money, they're smart, they're sophisticated, they're not stupid, and so they need a trust-based system that on your end can be built automatically and help get these people to the next level. Book that call and we'll see you on it and help you figure this out so that you can start getting clients and build a business that takes care of you, a coaching business that gets you to the next level. All right, take care.